nächste Lektion.
Ja.
Mein Deutsch ist besser.
Dein Deutsch ist viel besser geworden.
Danke sehr.
Ja, es wird jede Woche wird es besser. Einfach so weitermachen. Ja. Wir machen ein paar Rückhände. Let's do a few backhands, sorry. We'll switch to English.
Yeah.
A few backhands, let me see what's going on, okay? Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Look at this. This is crazy what's happening right here. You spent a lot of time working on the backhand?
Watch. Tell you what you said in videos,
Yeah.
your videos.
Okay. The result is phenomenal. You're striking it well. That's the best one you hit so far. Do it again. Okay. Can you go down the line? Go again. Nice.
Any advice for improving the coil? Because
Well, the
it's
problem with
something a
the
weakness.
problem with the coil
Yeah.
is that, like you told me before, there's some range of motion limitations that a lot of players have. And they're just not flexible enough. So you told me you can't get your chin over your shoulder when
I
you
cannot.
turn it. Yeah. So
See, this,
so
this
you
is
do
as
you.
far as
How
I
far
go.
can you go? How far can you go when you turn? Show me. Like imagine you're hitting that way. How far can you turn? That's enough. Now try putting your leg across this way. Your right leg. Can you look this way now? Okay. So
The shoulder uncoiled.
yeah. So is this the amount that you can do?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, that's
Well,
good
let me-
enough for
let me-
now.
let me-
That's good enough.
They're stretching it.
You do as much as you can comfortably.
Yeah.
Don't ever go in the pain
Yeah.
zone as far as your backhand setup is concerned. Do what's comfortable, do what's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have our limitations. So other than that, the backhand is looking great. It's looking great. Now I would say one more thing, and that also is related to limitations, range of motion problems that players experience, is that you don't really go that far back. You kind of stop here, and your arm tends to be a little bit bent on the finish.
Oh.
Right, so if you can keep the arm straight and try to go as far back as you can without going into pain. So you try to go here, watch. Here, if you can. A little bit higher and a little bit further back without
I
going,
actually feel a little tug in your shoulder.
well, don't be careful though. So that's why I said you have,
I think it's
you go, you'll feel it when it hurts. You won't do it when it hurts, right? So you go as far as you can without going into pain.
Okay, so you said the shoulder blade, this side of the shoulder blade
Yes.
should be pointed.
Well, that's the most optimal way to set up the one-handed backhand. It's like this. You look, like Federer. Like this. My back almost completely turned towards the incoming ball. That's the optimal way to set up the backhand. Okay? But, like we talked about, you have some limitations there, so you do what you can. You don't force anything.
So what you would try to say to yourself is, to the extent possible, back to the net.
Yes. Go as far as you can without you not being able to look at the ball, basically, because it's the biggest discomfort people feel is turning their neck over their shoulder, believe it or not. This is far more difficult than coiling. In this position right here, a lot of people have problems with their neck, so you do it without going into pain. As far as the finish, the most optimal way to finish a backhand is like the pros, they're so flexible, they can touch their hands behind their back, right? Now I can't do that. I don't have a one-handed backhand, but you also have to be careful there not to go past your limitations and go into a pain area. So you finish as much as you can, you finish as high as you can, you keep the arm as straight as you can, and then it is what it is. Okay?
Something else you pointed out to me, which is, I don't know if I fully do it, but I think I've partially done it, which has
Okay.
helped a lot, which was, remember I was taught with the wrong way, the so-called heel of the racket pointing straight forward, and I try to get the butt pointing more to the side. I try.
Okay. Well, I got a problem with that because that's a part of the backhand that happens by itself.
Oh.
So that's not something you have to consciously adjust or tinker
So
with.
that's from a correct coil.
Absolutely. So
Okay.
let's say I don't coil, right? Let's say I hit a backhand like this. Watch. I hit a backhand like this without any coil. Watch. And see what happens to the racket in the take back phase. It goes here, and the cap is pointing forward.
Okay.
Right now, watch this. If I go like this and get a big turn, you see naturally when I get the big turn, I drop my racket. The racket drops back here. You see? Watch me hit it to the other side. I turn, and now the racket dropped here from the coil. It's not something that players are consciously doing, wrapping the racket behind their back. It's just naturally where the racket drops when you are coiled a lot, like we talked about.
And
so hold on one second. But if you consciously try to manufacture positions of the racket in that area, you're going to create a hitch in your backhand. And don't do it, okay?
Don't do it.
No.
So a question I have is, the coil and the shoulder, the right shoulder dip, those happen simultaneously?
Yes. Yes, they do. They do. And it'll also happen with the setup. But usually with the right foot that's going to be loaded. When you go heel to toe, and then you go here, this is when you dip and you turn. When you load. Which by the way happens very late in the stroke. This doesn't happen like prior to the stroke. This happens late in the stroke.
The dip.
Everything. The full coil and the dip and the planting of that front foot happens somewhere in the take back already. But a lot of this stuff you're already doing, so you don't have to worry about it that much. Let's hit a few more and see where we're at.
In terms of getting the back to the net,
yeah,
I think I do it on my slice.
Let me see it. Okay, so let me see your slice.
Or I do it a lot more. So.
Let me see. Okay, do it again. Yeah, you do it a lot more. Okay, now go ahead and hit a topspin backhand down the line. Oh, you did it there. That was good. Do it again. Backhand down the line. Good. Nice, I like it. And again, backhand topspin. Look at these backhands. You're doing it.
Did I coil better?
You did.
Okay. But give me like one secret to help me coil better. Like one thing that'll change my life.
You want one secret?
Coil, because you know, I know you've told me that 10 times, and it's in the videos.
Yeah.
And I know I'm supposed to do it, but obviously I don't do it.
Well, you can do it. That's the good news.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the limitations that you think you have, they might not be as bad as you think, because those were some nice setups there on the backhand. Only you know what your limitations are. So it seems like that you are actually more flexible than you think you are. The secret to coiling, there really is no secret. However, there is one way to cheat, and I've told you this. If you make a lateral step, a wide lateral step, you get a natural coil. Now, this will only work on lateral balls. Okay, so this won't work from the middle of the court and close to the middle. So when you get pulled this way wide, see, naturally, even if I catch this ball, see what I do? I step laterally across, and look, naturally I have the correct coiling position. Naturally. Now, if I'm in the middle of the court, all right, now I won't get that. Even if I step here, I'm going to have to force the coil a little more.
You said in the middle, do the step back, kind of like
yeah, you could do that.
Luka Doncic step back three-pointer.
Right. So there you have to force it more to turn the coil.
You still
want
believe in that in the step back?
Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah, when the ball comes right here to the middle, you can step here and you get an automatic coil that way. Yeah. But that's situation dependent, because a lot of times, like one step is not enough in tennis. You need like 3, 4, 5 steps. So try more of a lateral step. That would be a secret, a trick, a tips and tricks, which I don't usually sell on intuitive tennis, but I'll give you one anyway. Come on. There it is. Step across. Okay, keep going down the line. Come on, step across. Now it's going to be a lot easier to step across if you come from the middle. Come to the middle. And I'll step across right here, come. Oh, was that in?
I would call it in.
Much better, nice. And again, lateral step. Okay, and I go cross court. More time.
You know where that's
Hold the stroke a little longer, you're coming out of it too fast. Hold it more. Much better, nice shot. And do one more. Good, and one more. Give me that large lateral step like Federer, come on. Wow. You're doing everything perfect. Those were really good looking one-handed backhands. Okay, let's try to rally a little bit. How you doing physically, you okay? Drink? Mineralwasser?
Mineralwasser, bitte.
Ohne Kohlensäure. Ohne Kohlensäure oder mit Kohlensäure?
Ohne Kohlensäure.
Kohlen.
Ohne Kohlensäure.
Säure.
Ohne Kohlensäure.
Kohlensäure. Ohne.
Ohne.
Okay.
Prietsta? Ohne Kohlensäure.
Okay.
The lateral.
Even the lateral step can happen naturally because when you make a turn right away,
Yeah.
you make a turn towards your backhand, and are you running this way, this will happen naturally as well. You know, but just be aware that it's okay to make a larger step in that case. You don't have to stay narrow.
Okay.
And then when you do so, when you're stepping in this direction, you naturally get that coil. There you go.
Does the a big lateral step also help with the right shoulder dip?
Yes, actually. So you know a lunge, when you do a lunge,
Yeah.
right? So when you do a lunge like this,
Yeah.
naturally this part of the body goes down. And you put more weight towards the front part of your leg.
So if
Do a lunge, look, do a lunge, do a low lunge. You see how you naturally go down a little bit? You create this V formation. You're unlikely gonna lunge and like stay upright. It's gonna feel weird.
Okay.
Right,
So
now-
if I do a correct lunge and lateral
Yeah.
step, I don't even have to consciously think of a shoulder dip?
Probably not. And also remember that the dip is gonna be tough when the ball's higher. That's only on waist height balls. When the ball's higher, it's gonna be tough to dip. Good. Go again, come on. Look at that backhand, that's killer. Nice. Nice. Wow. Okay, you didn't set on that one, come again. Good backhand. Take your time, don't rush. Again, keep the arm straight. Good. Come again. And Robert here, one more, last one. Come on, rip this one. Blast it. Beautiful job. There's one thing on the backhand though that I see that I would like you to pay attention to, and that is not so much on the lateral balls, but
Yeah.
more on the stationary balls, that you're holding your back foot behind you. You're hitting and the back foot stays here. Allow the back foot to come around at the very end.
Okay.
It doesn't have to come all the way forward, but just allow the back foot to get out of this position, which is going to accommodate your finish. Remember, the feet come at the very end of the chain, okay? But you don't want to be stuck in the same place, because that's going to make you finish a lot less, because your body's being stuck in that position. So look, you come here, the bracket's towards the end of the stroke, and you come out of this. The back leg comes out. Now you don't have to step that much forward, okay? There you go, beautiful job. That's how you come out of that position with the back foot. Come again. Beautiful job. And go one cross court. It was a little bit early there. Give me another one. Hold it longer, hold. Whoa, wow. Remind me a little bit of Wawrinka there.
He's not playing so good lately.
I think
getting
he's
old.
like his body's giving out, you know. But the backhand's looking good. The forehand's looking good. You're on the right track, man. You're playing
Just
really
a
well.
couple adjustments.
Couple adjustments here and there, but overall you're playing really well. You're really impressing me with your techniques. A beautiful form, man.
Oh, nice. Well,
Beautiful form.
It's a team effort.
Absolutely.